I don't know. I'm kind of bummed at myself that I bought those, but it is what it is.
If you've ever wondered why your mail days don't hit the same anymore, I might have a few ideas as to why. There's a cost to buying cards too often that has nothing to do with money, and it's not something you notice right away. Most of the time it feels productive. It feels like momentum. It feels like you're in the hobby. But over time, something starts to change. And if you've been collecting long enough, you probably felt it yourself. Here's the thing. Buying too often quietly changes how you experience your collection, how you value cards, and even how you learn from your own hobby habits. This is the first episode in a short series I'm calling Collecting with Intention. It's not about telling anyone how to collect. It's about understanding how our habits shape the experience. Buying cards often feels good for a reason. Every purchase gives you something to look forward to, a little hit of anticipation, the sense that you're doing the hobby right. Mail days stack up, there's always another package to open, and none of that is bad at first. The problem is that frequency starts replacing intention. Instead of asking, do I really want this card, you start asking, what's next? And I'm guilty of that far too often. I've talked about it before. As frustrating as it can be sometimes, there's a part of me that still really enjoys the hunt. But when you start focusing so much on what's next, that shift, subtle as it is, changes how you experience the hobby. Here's the hidden cost. When you buy too often, you lose contrast. Cards don't get time to breathe. Nothing gets to feel special for very long. You guys have seen me open ComC packages on here numerous times before, and these are some of my favorite mail days because it's so much good stuff at once. But when I've got 60 or 70 new cards sitting in front of me, sometimes it turns into a race to get them all separated, scanned, and sorted. And that can be dangerous, because then you stop sitting with the card long enough to understand 1. Why you wanted it, 2. How it fits your collection, and 3. Whether it actually delivers what you expected. Another thing that happens, and this one surprised me, is that your internal signals get quieter. Indecision stops meaning something. Regret shows up later, not sooner. Excitement becomes harder to distinguish from habit. You're still buying, but you're learning less from each purchase. One of the biggest tells that you're buying too often is how you handle indecision. Slowing down turns indecision into information. It's your brain saying, I'm not sure this is it. When you buy constantly, indecision just becomes friction you push through. You tell yourself, well, the price was too good to pass up, or, it's close enough to what I'm after, or I can always move it later. And sometimes that's true, but a lot of the time, indecision was trying to save you from a forgettable purchase. And this has helped me a lot lately. I've learned to slow down and listen to indecision. Most of the time, if I'm not sure I want something, I probably don't. Here's another cost people don't talk about. When you're always buying, you stop really looking at what you already own. Cards go straight from the package to your scan stack and into a box before it's on to the next mail day. You don't revisit them, you don't reflect on them, you don't let your taste evolve around them. Some cards still take time to fully register. Not because they're better than I thought, but because I finally slow down enough to actually notice them. So where does someone go from here? I don't think the answer is just buy less. That's easier said than done, and really it misses the point. What's helped me more is slowing down the experience, not the hobby itself. So here are a handful of ways that have made a difference for me. Number 1, practice delayed enjoyment. Open one package at a time instead of all at once. Take a few minutes to actually look at it. Even small attention makes the experience richer. You guys might remember my older mail videos. I would save a big stack and then open it all at the same time. Now, that didn't really allow me to stop and digest those cards. Not to mention you guys had to watch me struggle to open all the packages. over the last year or so, I've decided to open cards as they come in, and then I can still show them off later on. And that actually gives me another chance to enjoy the card. That leads me to point number 2, which is mindful mail days. Make a post or jot down a quick note about each card, why it excites you, what you like about it, etc. Because reflection strengthens the memory and anticipation. And that's part of why I do my mail videos. When I buy something, I know I'm going to end up talking about it. It causes me to think through why I actually want that card. If I don't want that card, if I don't have a lot to say about a card, or I don't really have a reason why I wanted it, then it's probably not one that I need to purchase. Number 3, set soft buying boundaries. Now, these don't have to be strict rules, it's just more about gentle pacing. So for example, you could leave a day or two between purchases to let excitement catch up, or in some cases a day or two. That's still pretty frequent buying. I guess you could leave a week or two between purchases if you're buying bigger stuff. I tend to do this more out of necessity when my PayPal is running low, but I'm trying to practice it more ahead of time, and in doing so, that keeps my PayPal balance at a point for when I see something I really like. Number 4, embrace anticipation. And this kind of goes with some of the stuff I said about mail days earlier, but before opening, think about why you wanted the card in the first place. And even if you have multiple items, spacing those reveals out keeps the thrill alive. Lastly, number 5, make your collection easy to revisit. Organize your cards so it's easy to flip through them later, not just storing them away. And this is something that I've done recently. I've done a huge organizational overhaul, and in doing so, it's allowed me to see all the little stuff I've accumulated. It's kind of given me perspective of what I have and what I think I need to fill the gaps. And then it's also allowed me to look through those things more frequently, meaning I can step back from buying if I feel like I have to. The hidden cost of buying too often isn't financial. It's that you stop learning from your own behavior. You stop trusting your instincts, and the hobby starts moving faster than your enjoyment of it. Slowing down, paying attention, and enjoying each card as it lands in your collection can make the hobby feel richer, not emptier. Buying fewer cards doesn't make you less of a collector, it makes you a more intentional one. And that idea, paying attention to how collecting feels, not just what we acquire, is what this Collecting with Intention series is about. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.